boom, look at those stars in that sky, man. This is a PUBG Mobile Beta 0.9.0. It's not out yet, but it is available for download. If you guys want, I'll have a link down in the description. But this is the one of the new game modes, actually, that you have a chance of entering. Now, it starts off in like a dusky type day, but it's definitely day outside. And it looks like about halfway through the match, it transitions into night. Slowly transitions, and it gets darker and darker and darker. Now this is a pre-recorded gameplay I did earlier, and I didn't even know it was going to be night mode, but as you can see, it's getting darker. One of the cool things about this is the audio effects that come along with it. You hear crickets, you hear owls hooting in the background. Every once in a while, I believe I heard like a wolf. So I'm going to go ahead and transition over. There's even a better discovery for you guys. Alright, here it is, guys. So it's definitely dark when you're playing on your mobile device or whatever. I mean, it is tough to see stuff. And I happened to run in here, didn't even know this was in the game, and boom, right there on the ground, night vision goggles. Look at that. Now you can turn this on and off. What you need to do is go into your backpack, and you'll see here in a second, right underneath your helmet and armor is the night vision. Oh, Scotty! Sorry, Orion. Sorry. Here it is now. Boom, right there underneath your backpack is the night goggles, and you can enable and disable it right there from your backpack. There is no other way to enable and disable it, but it's super sick. Now there's lots of other updates that comes along with this beta version, and I'll leave a link if you want to download it down in the description below. But like I said, it is beta. It will be rolling out in the live version sometime soon, but if you want to get a head start, check it out, man. It's super sick. Night mode is awesome. And I would also suggest that you guys check out a link to their survey, because I want them to keep this a permanent mode. It's super fun, you know, playing at night all the time wouldn't be too great, but as like, you know, something a little bit different. So if you guys want to see in more upcoming, or in the upcoming version, you want to see this mode more, fill out the survey. I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. That's the only way they're going to know that we like this type of stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about some more updates associated with the game, all right? Alright guys, let's talk a little bit more about this update, since I know a little bit more about it now that I've played a little bit. Now first off, yes, there is a night mode, and right here it is, currently on a wrangle. During the event period, higher chances of getting into night mode. Like I said, it's totally random, but if you get into a lobby and you notice it's darker than it usually is, maybe it looks a little foggy, kind of like dusk, and that's it. Secondly, in arcade, they're going to be adding a challenge mode. We'll talk more about that. It's not currently in the update, but it is pressed to come out. In Sandhawk, they've added a new vehicle. It is called the Ronnie, and they have also added a new weapon. Now first, let's go ahead and get that vehicle pulled up here so I can go ahead and talk a little bit more about it. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do that, and here we go. Now this is the new vehicle, the Ronnie. Yep, big whoop. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. And now also they've added on Sandhawk the new QBU, which is going to be replacing the Mini 14. Now I will say this, and we'll talk about the stats. This gun is going to be pretty sweet. I think you guys will like it. It is slightly slower fire rate, but slightly more powerful than the Mini 14, so it is a trade-off. Pretty sweet looking gun, bullpup design, but let's go and get back to the menu. Now of course you can tell in the menu this has changed. It's got a little Halloween theme as well as Halloween music, which I do find intriguing and interesting. If you go into the settings and go to graphics, you can actually switch back to the classic mode. They not only have added that, but they've added a slightly darker theme. I guess depends upon the contrast on your phone. They've also added this little brightness toggle right here, and you can auto adjust graphics. That is pretty standard. Now controls are the same, except for they've added on vehicle controls. You can't see it here, but they've actually added with the button controls a little e-brake similar to the split joystick. Now down here in the bottom where you see enable, disable right below number 3 split joystick, this in Japanese actually says radio. Yes, they've added music to the vehicles. It is random. When you get into vehicle, it's not always going to play music, but if you get out and get back in, sometimes the radio will turn on. Now this will allow you to enable or disable the music. You may have heard it earlier in my previous little video clip earlier of the night mode. The vehicle does play some music. It's kind of like PUBG theme stuff. It's really not too loud and not too distracting, so if you want to hear it, definitely enable it. They have made a few changes to the sensitivity, nothing big, and they have added a few other options in the pickup. You'll have to just go through it. Nothing new in quick chat, nothing new in language, but you know, I am very interested here on this mode. I've played it a little bit. It's not too bad. Right above soft, just a little bit darker theme. I prefer smooth and extreme. Now, if you go to basic settings, this is the other area where they've really added some stuff. Right here where it says peek and open scope up here with disable or enable. Now they've added something right below it. Now there's a tap option, and what that is when you tap to open up your scope, tap and release, it'll hold your scope open. This middle portion is a hold to scope. Now you can hold the scope button, and as soon as you release it, your scope will go away. Secondly is a mixed button. Now this means if you tap it, the scope will open, but if you press and hold, the scope will open until you release it. And it's all explained here under this little question mark area right there. See, tap the button to open the scope, hold the button to keep the scope open, and aim, release to cancel. Mixed is to tap, open the scope, hold for more than 0.3 seconds. They've also done that to the peek and fire. There's a tap, there's a hold, and then there's a mixed option right over here on the lean mode. So I personally like that when it comes to the lean mode. And they've added a few other things down here. Like the damage effect, which says mythic and uncommon. That is, you know, the damage effect when you're getting hit, no big deal. But basically that is it as far as the settings go. Now I did notice here down in your challenges, that little check mark down there, they've added return mission. Usually you had daily missions, progress missions, and achievements. Now I don't know if this is going to be a forever added thing in 0.9.0, but it is a few extra way to get points and help you rank up a little bit quicker. It's just for returning missions. Now the other general stuff is right there underneath where it says arcade, map, random. Usually you would go in here and select some stuff like training mode and create room. But right now they got a little target right there. That's how you enter the training grounds. And then right next to that is the home where you go to actually create a room or join a room. And then you can go ahead and download the map directly from the home screen as well. That's basically mainly what all they have changed thus far. And let me go ahead and show you some of these settings here. Let me go ahead and get into the training mode real quick and show you guys something. Just kind of give you a little better idea of what we're talking about as far as the scope is concerned. Now, once we get in here, I'll go ahead and go back into the settings. Go to basics. Go down right here where it says peek and open scope. Now, basically what that means is you guys see my my little, well, I gotta go get a weapon. All right, here goes. Let me pick that up and let's get some ammo, bro. Gotta ammo up. Okay, so now see my little see my little scope button up here. If you press it, it comes up. Now I'm pressing it on the phone. As soon as I release, it leaves. Press up and down. Before you would tap it, right? Tap it and stay open and release. Now the mixed option for that is just like I'd explained. So now you can tap it and release and it'll stay open. Tap it. And the next option is if you hold it for more than 0.3 seconds, it'll stay open the whole time you're holding it. As soon as you release, you'll go out of it. So it's a little bit, it's the best of both worlds. Tap, or you can hold and release. Either or. I think this is a neat little option. Definitely neat little option. So definitely check that out if you guys have the option, as well as the lean. Okay, so here's your typical lean. Press and release. Press and release, right? Go back in there. Go to the hold. Now we'll press it, and as soon as we release, it'll take us back to center. And then you can go ahead and do that mixed option as well. You know, I'm curious though, if you guys want to hear the music in the vehicle. Nice Vespa, bro. See if he takes me by vehicles. Will we get lucky? Will we get lucky? He's gonna take me by some vehicles. Nice guy. Thank you, buddy. All right. I'm curious if they got the radio on, if I got it enabled. Let's see. No radio on there. Let me see if I have that enabled real quick. Under vehicle enabled. Enable it is. Let's see if we can get out. Let's see if we can get it playing some music. Nope. Let's go to the dossier real quick. Like I said, it's totally random. I don't know if it actually does it in training mode, but I guess not. Anyway, guys, those are the new updates to the game. Do me a favor, if you liked the video, if you liked it, do me a favor, smash that like button, get a little like hike going in the stream. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I usually was streaming Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Been busy lately, but I plan on getting back on that schedule. Love to see it. So if you can and you do subscribe, smash that subscribe button right next to it. Make sure you hit that notification button so you do get notified when we do go live. Anyway, guys, my name is Vince. This is WPGN, killing it with another PUBG mobile video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.